Hey, family, YouTubers, my friends. I know I've been talking about nursing for a while. What if I say to you, you could start your own nursing agency? Do you want to know how? It can be done. You can own your own nursing agency from the convenience of your own home. Here's my personal story. In 2001, I think if you listen to the video in Coming to Georgia, Pros and Cons, before I came to Georgia, I was living in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and my kid's father decided to say goodbye. I did not think at the time I did not know at the time what to do. So I said, I'm not going to sit around and cry, and I got to feed these kids. I was pregnant with my last child, so I wasn't ready to go back into the floor on the med surg floor or in a nursing home or doing agency. I was working for the agency too, so I was a workaholic. So I was sitting down one day and I said, look, I'm pregnant. I don't know what to do, so I'm going to start my own nursing agency. And I kid you not, I had received a book. I went to the library, I think, and I came upon a book that says how you can start your nursing agency. And it had everything in there. It had sample. I think I still have the books packed away somewhere. They had the sample of time slips, what you can do, how to get contract and so forth. So I decided, I'm gonna I'm gonna do this. I'm already a nurse, so I have a lot of nurse friends because I had work all over Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia mostly. And I went down to the municipal building. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. Anyway, City Hall, that's what I should say. Paid my $200 and got my license. Respect Medical Services was formed. Yeah, I was so happy. I'm in business now. I got my business license in my own house. Yes, in the kitchen. I didn't have the money at the time to print up the time slip, but I made one on the computer, just plain, until I was able to get to the printer, print up Respect Medical Service. I had a logo and everything. I had a website. I got a lot of applicants, including friends that I know RN, LPN, and a lot of CNAs. My dream was not to have, I wasn't thinking big like travel agency all over. I was just going to deal with it locally. Mark you, I had worked for a couple of nurses before that who had started their own agency, but they had office setting. They were in an office. And so I was the first one doing it in my house. I had no problem. The people come to my house and they get their checks. No problem with that. I would go out and the nursing homes, I got a lot of contracts. I got contracts with the VA hospital in Philadelphia. I would go out and look at the places that the nurse is going to work to see if it was conducive or it was going to be safe for them, the area. I was very concerned about my nurses going into the facility. Most of the contract I got because the nursing home already know me. Big mistake. The pros and cons. Let's talk about the pros and cons owning your own agency. It's a good thing. It was flexible. I was there for the kids and I made money. The company grow. My company was growing and I had a lot of nurse on the payroll. I did take out tax, so I had a good accountant. I still have the same accountant. Thank you, Betty. You've been there with me, Betty Lyra. Anybody need a accountant that's going to get you out, keep you away from IRS, then Betty Lyra is the one. Because most people go in, I don't mean to I don't mean to, I just lost my train of thoughts. Anyway, most people you hear of having trouble with the taxes, they don't pay their tax and everything. Betty makes sure everything on my books was okay. I wasn't treating the employee as an independent contractor. I was paying workman's comp, Social Security, and everything. So they were my employees. And I have no problem with them. I think I have a special feeling for the CNAs, and I was paying them like up to $18 an hour because the CNAs were the one who were helping the company grow. I would tell anybody, invest in them because they were so loyal. They showed up for work. The VA hospital had no concern about them. But the nurses, RN and LPN, and I think because they call out a lot at the last minute, they call out. They have issue. But what happened is, because I'm a nurse, I know how it works. It's not that some of them may be sick, but the real truth is what they were doing, because I used to do it. Whichever agency is paying more, they would jump and go with that agency. So I started to focus on the CNA because CNAs they don't get good pay. So when they find a place that's paying them well, treating them with respect, they are loyal. And they were my best employees. And I used to be so proud of them. And I would encourage them to go to school. That was my thing. Go to school, go to school. You can be an LPN, you can be an RN. As the business grew, I didn't want it. After a while, you don't want it in your house. And I went into a warehouse and I rent a spot. When you're the only person, you're trying to run this business and you're like a small business owner. You don't have any resource. But anyway, I managed to hire somebody, but young teenager. I wouldn't say she's teenager. 20, 21, she stayed on the phone all day. That's all she did. Then I got an older lady who used to work for Temple University, and she used to do schedule, and she came on board with me. She was good. Bless her soul. She passed away. I was at the height of my career. Didn't have to go back on the floor. The business was going. I made sure the nurses get their pay, CNA get their pay every week. And that was becoming difficult at times because you don't get pay from the nursing home. That was the negative side to having contract with nursing homes. I found that out. That was my big mistake. So I'm going to be talking about this. If everybody wants to know how to start their own agency, I'll discuss it further, but I'm just telling you the story. So I had a lot of contract from nursing home, and I had a couple hospitals. A major hospital that was working for me was the VA hospital. The VA hospital is tough. They have a lot of rules, and you need to keep up with your employee as far as in service. But it was working. The nursing home now, I have to be not only a small business person, I had to be a collector. And I hated that. I hated that job. I hate to call people and say, well, I didn't get paid. This is like 30 days. It's not like in Georgia. Georgia, that's the only thing I like about Georgia. I don't know if I like it or not. You don't pay your bills, they kick you out. They want everything all at once. Light bill is $200, they want $200. In Philadelphia, light bill is $200. You can pay $50 and it roll over, and then you keep it up till you are able to catch up. That's okay up north, not in Georgia. So the nursing home supposed to pay me like maybe every 30 days. That's what the contracts say. 30 days become 60 days. 60 days become 90 and sometimes 120. But this is the problem. You're sending them nurses. You're sending them nurses up front. And then they're supposed to pay you in 30 days. And most of the time it become very stressful when you have to. I had to go. One day I had to drive for hours. I think I was in Hershey, Pennsylvania. I went to this particular nursing home corporation, and I stood in line for hours that day, and it was raining to get in the door. And the reason why I was in line, behind me was the beverage company CEO waiting to pick up his check too. And it was the food distributor company coming to get their checks. So I realized that nursing home not working for me because some of them don't pay their bills on time. They pay it, but they don't pay it on time. They'll pay, and sometimes 30 days they'll pay just a little bit, not enough that they're supposed to pay, and they just keep rolling. And then they'll expect, then they'll call you, I need more nurses. And that's when I draw the line. I've been in a position where I had to pull out all the nurses, all the CNA from that nursing home. They were exclusively using me, but when they weren't paying their bills, I just said, nobody going to work tonight till I get a check. And you have to do all that. So when I work for agency, I understand that what they're going through. I really do. I don't like it when they're taking so long to pay, but I understand because I've been in that situation, so I know. So why am I telling you this? Because you may be in a situation that you can start your own business. You don't have to be a nurse. You can even have a home health business. Exclusively hire CNAs. And you could do this at home. So I wanted to put it out there that yes, it's possible that you can start your own nursing agency with little as maybe 5 employees. My recommendation is just get one hospital, one small hospital. It sounds difficult. You just call up human resource. That's what you do. Hi, my name is Patrice, Miss Patrice. I was wondering if you utilize agency in your facility. Some they might say yes, but I'm not the person to talk to. Well, could you transfer me or could you give me the name? And they give you the name, you talk to the person, and start the ball rolling. Sometimes you may have to go in there, or if you don't feel like going in there, you hire somebody just for that day to go in and represent your company. But make sure that you understand you might be bidding against other nursing agency, and don't be a low baller. I mean, don't overcharge them,